We are back at it, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome, welcome to this Monday Night Raw review. Now, I want to let people know there could be another video coming later on today, because I haven't done it in quite some time, but apparently there's going to be some more news on the new Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC coming. The Island of Armor apparently was announced last night that there's going to be some new information about it and some new news about it. So I might make a video. I'm probably planning on going to make a video about that as well. So if I do make a video about that, keep your eyes peeled on that. It's just for anyone who's interested. It's just for people who are interested. Anyway, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. So the show began with Seth Rollins doing the retirement ceremony for Rey Mysterio. It was a good segment, I guess. It wasn't too bad. Aleister Black would come out and attack the Monday Night Messiah before the match. And I'm not going to lie, these two had a great match. These two had a really good match together. Aleister Black got the win, which I was kind of surprised with. But at the same time, I was kind of surprised by it, but at the same time, I'm glad that he did get the win, because if he didn't get the win, we probably would be dealing with a lot of people saying, "Oh my God, Aleister Black got buried," you know. So then Rollins, Murphy, and what's his name, Austin Theory, attacked. Oh yeah, and Humberto Carrillo came out during the match as well to help out Aleister Black, but that was futile. He got stomped, and so did Aleister Black. He got stomped as well. So it seems like we're going to be getting a Seth Rollins Rey Mysterio program. Rey Mysterio did appear via satellite to talk about the retirement ceremony, and then we saw Dominic, Rey Mysterio's son, Dominic Mysterio, appear as well. And I'm guessing this has been the rumor that a person named Dominic could join Rey Mysterio, so I'm guessing Dominic Mysterio is probably going to join up with Seth Rollins. He's probably going to turn on Rey, because I've been hearing rumors that Dominik Dijakovic is coming to the main roster, and people believe he's going to be joining up with Seth Rollins, but we don't know for sure. We don't know yet for sure. So we'll just keep our eyes peeled to find out when Mr. Dijakovic is coming to the main roster. And speaking of NXT call-ups, I've also been hearing that Io Shirai, Chelsea Green, and Velveteen Dream could all be on their way up to the main roster as well. And according to reports on why they're making all these call-ups, is because they want some new fresh names on the brands to get more ratings. Okay, well, if that's the case, then why are you not using Bianca Belair? That's what I want to know. If you're trying to get new eyes on your, if you're trying to get new, fresh faces on your show to get people to watch your product, why are you not using someone like Bianca Belair? Sure, I'm not the biggest Bianca Belair fan out there, but I want to see her more on television, so I can become a fan of Bianca Belair. How am I supposed to take her seriously, or how am I supposed to, become a fan of her if she's on Main Event every week? Stop focusing on Nia Jax and start focusing on your new talent, which is the whole point of all those call-ups you've been making. Apollo Crews would issue an open challenge. He would pick Kevin Owens as his opponent. Match ended, but it had a no contest, ended by no contest. There was no winner because Andrade and Angel Garza made the run-in interference. And then we had a tag team match player, good old Teddy Long. We had a tag team match of Apollo Crews and KO against Andrade and Garza. And Apollo would pin Andrade again. So, I don't know if they're trying to... I'm not sure if they're trying to build tension that Andrade is going to turn on Angel Garza and no longer be in Zelina Vega's camp. But... Or unless they're finally punishing Andrade for his suspension. But honestly, it doesn't matter. Then we had a game of bowling. And I'm not gonna lie, I do like bowling. So I did enjoy this segment for what it was. It was a good segment. The Viking Raiders would win the game of bowling just by one pin. Next we had Billie Kay taking on Nikki Cross in a singles match. People thought this was a tag team match. And Billie Kay surprisingly got the win here. I was fully expecting Billie Kay to lose this. I was fully expecting. But Billie Kay would get the win. She would deliver a new finisher. A spine buster. And don't get me wrong, I like it. I like it a lot. I like Billie Kay's new finisher. It's way better than the 50 Shades of Kay. That big boot that she does. So, I don't really like the big boot as her finisher. I actually prefer this spine buster as her finisher. Hopefully Peyton Royce gets like a... I hope Peyton Royce gets a new finisher as well. The one finisher I would like Peyton Royce to have is the Widow's Peak. I would really love it if she did the Widow's Peak as her finisher, or even just the Fisherman Suplex. A Fisherman Suplex or the Widow's Peak. Either one of those moves would be great finishes for Peyton Royce. So, if Billie Kay can get a new finisher, surely Peyton Royce can as well. I would pick the Widow's Peak if I was to pick one, because I think the Widow's Peak would be a devastating move for someone like Peyton Royce to use. Just make sure she doesn't try to do it on Nia Jax, because there's no way that will happen. So yeah, Billie Kay got the win, surprisingly, with the spine buster. I'm just going to call it the Billy Buster. Because, you know, I'm original. So then we had obviously, as I said, Rey Mysterio talked about the summit. Where Dominic was there too. Then we had Rob Gronkowski lose the 24/7 championship. Who cares about the Gronk? Goodbye, Gronk. I never want to see your ugly face again. Moving on. Next we had Nia Jax take on Kairi Sane, and this was the match where Kairi got hurt. Once again, she got a big scar on the top of her head here. WWE really needs to stop putting Kairi Sane up against Nia Jax. Injuries happen, yes. They do happen. And it's understandable that injuries happen all the time. But this is Nia Jax. How can Nia Jax, as much as I don't like Ronda Rousey, how can Nia Jax go ahead and accuse Ronda Rousey for being reckless in the ring and injure people? Yes, Ronda has injured more people than just Alexa. Nia solely targeted Ronda Rousey for what she did to Alexa. But I think Nia should have called out Ronda Not only for what she did to Alexa, look what she did to Nikki Bella when she retired her. Look what she did to Ruby Riott when she separated both of her shoulders. I mean, Ronda has injured a lot of people. She even separated Sasha Banks' shoulder. Remember what happened when Sasha Banks accidentally injured Paige? God, the whole world felt like it was about to end. Everybody went after Sasha Banks. Wished death threats upon her. Ronda Rousey got away with injuring everybody possible. She got away with injuring everybody. No one called her out. No one called out Ronda Rousey. No one called out Ronda Rousey for injuring people. But yet when someone else gets injured, but when someone else does the injuries, oh, they get called out. As much as I don't agree with Nia just injuring people, as much as I don't agree with what Nia is doing, it's just pissing me off that Ronda Rousey got away with injuring people and no one said a goddamn thing, while everybody else just injures people and everyone's just all like throwing a fit and just wanting to start a riot. Yes, Nia Jax needs to stop injuring Kairi Sane. This is like, what, the second time? This is like the second time she's injured Kairi. First she almost breaks her neck with the buckle bomb, which that got banned. That move actually got banned, by the way. And then she almost bloody breaks her skull by throwing her head first into the steel steps. Nia Jax really needs to knock it off. This is why I'm getting so frustrated at Nia Jax. Like, seriously, Nia, why are you going to call out Ronda Rousey for being reckless in the ring, but you're being reckless in the ring? It's so stupid. I really wish it was someone else that called out Ronda Rousey, not Nia. Now Nia makes herself look like an idiot. So Nia beats Kairi Sane, delivers the leg drop for the 3 count. Next we had Asuka and Charlotte Flair in a very good match. Honestly, I would have preferred Asuka just winning this match clean. That's what I would have done, to be perfectly honest. Charlotte can afford a loss. Charlotte can take a loss. It's not like it's going to be the end of the world if Charlotte loses one match. This is the thing that's kind of annoying me. I would have preferred Charlotte Flair actually losing the match clean. I would rather her lose the match clean than deal with a count out or a DQ. And this is why I'm kind of getting a little annoyed with these kind of situations. Because WWE, like, they do it all the time for Charlotte. If they don't want Charlotte to eat a pin, oh, how do we avoid Charlotte not taking a pin? Oh, just cause a DQ. Just cause a count out. Charlotte can afford a loss. Seriously, this woman can take a loss. Why is it so difficult for WWE just to have Charlotte put someone over for a change? I love Charlotte. I love watching her compete. This woman needs time away from the company. But it really irks me that WWE feels like this woman still needs to be protected. She doesn't need protection. She doesn't need to be protected. She's a made superstar no matter what. Charlotte can take 100 losses in a row and she'll still be featured on the shows every week and she'd still be competing for championships. Also, about my idea, about what I just said before, that Charlotte needs time away, I actually mean that. She needs to really take a vacation. She really needs to put down the robe, put down the wrestling boots, and say to Andrade, you know, we need to go on vacation. We need to take a trip down to the beach. We need to do something that's not wrestling related. I would rather Charlotte and Andrade just take some time off. Just spend some time with each other. You know, get married. Do something. I want Charlotte to take a break. And this is the thing, right? I had one person tell me that WWE needs Charlotte Flair more than ever because Becky Lynch is out. So I guess Sasha and Bayley are not good enough. So Sasha and Bayley are not good enough to fill the void. That's what this guy is basically telling me. That's what this guy was telling me. This guy was basically telling me Sasha and Bayley are not capable of filling in the void for Charlotte and Becky if they're both off television. Bayley and Sasha are more than capable of carrying the divisions while Becky and Charlotte take time away. They're more than capable. You've even got Bianca Belair. You've got Billie and Peyton, Alexa Bliss. You've got Kairi Sane, Asuka. You've got shit ton of talent. You've got shit ton of talent that can easily carry the divisions while Charlotte and Becky Lynch take time away. Why does WWE need Charlotte? WWE doesn't need Charlotte. Charlotte can take 9 months off and WWE will be fine without her. I would rather Charlotte take time away so then that way WWE, so that way the fans can miss her. I want the fans to miss Charlotte Flair. Fans hate Charlotte Flair because she's on TV all the time. Fans really don't hate Charlotte. They just hate how she's booked. If WWE had her off TV for a good extended amount of time, like 8 to 9 months, I'm very sure fans would miss her. And fans would want her back. Fans would want her back. They would miss her so much. And I just feel like it needs to be done. Charlotte just needs to take time away. So it boggles my mind how one person thinks, oh, Charlotte is needed more than ever. So I guess he's okay with Charlotte Flair being on 3 shows a week. Speaking of people that are on multiple shows a week, I find it funny that people get pissed off at Charlotte Flair being on multiple shows a week, but no one's complaining about Alexa Bliss being on 2 shows a week. Oh yeah, she's the Women's Tag Team Champion. She has to be on both shows. What about NXT? The Women's Tag Team Championships are supposed to be defended on NXT as well. Why isn't Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross? I almost said Nikki Cross. I almost said Nikki Cross, by the way. Why can't Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross take a stroll down to NXT? Why can't they defend their titles in NXT? Oh, because Alexa Bliss on TV 3 times a week, maybe it'd be a little too much. Because the Women's Tag Team Championships have to be defended on all brands. That's why we have to see Alexa Bliss every week. But it's unnecessary to have Charlotte on the show every week. Good old Alexa, always good old Alexa. And she can be on the shows as much as she wants, and people won't say a goddamn thing. Well, Charlotte Flair, yeah, we don't want to see Charlotte Flair 3 times a week. Get out of here. So, Asuka and Charlotte's match ended by countout. Ended by countout because, well, WWE.com says it was countout. I think it was a DQ. Because Nia Jax came out wearing Asuka's mask and even had her face paint on. Man, I wish WWE just gave Asuka the pinfall win over Charlotte. It's not gonna bloody kill you if Charlotte loses 1 match clean. Also, Lana. She slapped MVP. She slapped MVP because MVP said something bad. And then she says she's going to be at ringside because it's MVP's match. Lana brought up that Bobby Lashley said that she can't be out there for Bobby Lashley when he wrestles, but then she brings up the idea that she's going to be at ringside for MVP's match because Bobby Lashley never said Lana could go to the ring during MVP's matches. She really didn't do much. I thought she was probably going to try to purposely screw him over or something. But she was at ringside, and Bobby Lashley was confused on why she was out there. Drew McIntyre won. He won with a Claymore, and that was that. So, Yeah, that's pretty much your Raw, guys. I don't really have much else to say. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't a bad show. The women, just once again, just carrying this entire show. The women's division is always the best thing about these shows. I mean, you can't change my mind. I would always enjoy the women on these shows, even if it's bloody horrible. You know what the sad part is? Speaking of that, you want to know what's the sad part? The sad part is that no one cares about Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley versus Bobby Lashley. I find it sad that I'm more interested in what's going to happen to Lana more than what's going on in this feud. Now that's sad. That's very, very sad. If I'm more interested in what's going to happen to Lana in this entire feud than what's going on with Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley, then you know you've done everything in your power to make sure that I'm not interested. Anyway, guys, that is all I got for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that thumbs up. Comment your thoughts down below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel as well. And I will see you all next time.